Yo, yo, what's good? Here for another episode rendition of the Watch This Artist Interviews. I am Scoop, and today, man, we are very fortunate and blessed to be joined by incredibly talented producer, none other than the great Cee Gee from Buffalo, New York. Man, what's good, Cee Gee?
What's up, man? Glad to be on the show.
Glad to have you, man. Definitely, man. You know, you could be anywhere in the world, but you're here with us right now, man. So I'm glad to have you, man. How you feeling today?
Felt great, man. Humidity was ridiculous. I'm straight though.
Word, man. Yeah, man. This humidity, this heat, has definitely been kicking everybody's ass, man. I got a hoodie on, but I'm in my basement. It's kind of cool down here and shit. Um, but yeah, man, like I just want first of all, again, I just want to thank you for joining us today. For those that don't know, my man Cee Gee, he's from Buffalo, New York, man. We know over the past few years, there's been like a hip hop explosion out of upstate New York and more specifically Buffalo. So we're gonna slow walk the dog. We're gonna talk to my man Cee Gee a little bit, see what he got going on. So how long have you been producing? Like, when did you get started doing it?
I started originally back then I was planning to be a DJ.
Mm.
Yeah, I was planning to be a DJ first because as a kid, born in 1990, and then that was the era like you watch music videos and you listen to the music through like your folks' collections. This is back when cassettes and CDs, and then make your own tapes. So whether you dub it through the collections or just dub it through the radio and just make it as a video. So I already got the music as a kid, and then DJ was my plans or what it would be at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And then what transmitted for me to get into making music was that it's like the sound, because my track to music was the sound, and then that kind of I was attracted to the sound, but I didn't have no ways to create it until I didn't officially want to make beats until 2009.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 2009. I was 19.
And what was your first piece of equipment that you used to make beats? Was it like a beat machine? Was it a computer program? Which was it?
I didn't. Well, at that time, I got a cousin who was in Virginia because I made my trip down there back in October 09. And then, he showed me, I made my first sample out of one of his equipment. And then I think it's like a ASR keyboards or some shit like that. And then this is my very first beat I did.
Wow, you got it on CD?
Yeah, it's my very first beat I did.
You trying to sell that beat?
No, at the time, that was the only one I did 09.
Mm-hmm.
Because because I was soon I came back home, I want to do more, but I didn't have no computer, I have no software, I have no equipment, I ain't had shit.
Mm-hmm.
Because and keep in mind, I was 19, so I kind of got practicing, and then I was kicking it with this partner of mine who I know at the time that he was he was an MC.
Well, this was like 09 or 10?
Between.
Okay.
Yeah, between, because we met around the same time when I started pursuing my career, and then
You started producing for him.
Well, I didn't. Once I got my software in my laptop, like a year later, I got my software.
Okay.
Yeah, I bought that 2011. This is like a 1 year later, because around 2010 we was partnering up. This is at the time that I was finding instrumentals and all some mixtape demo shit that I just recorded over the phone. That was at the time we had flip phones.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we had like a flip phone, so then we had no other ways that record it, and then like we was just trying to make it like a and then once I started getting my own laptop, once I turned 20, and then like he was going through some personal shit, and then he got he stepped out, and I kind of could continue, and then like he and we relocated to Ohio. Me and him kept in touch, and then once I had a job, and then I started like and around that time, I got my first check, and that's how I bought the software, and I started, and that's how I started making beats like nonstop around 2011, and it's been hands on since then. And at that time, I didn't have a beat machine yet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because I did everything by hands.
So you said 2011, so that's when you really started like taking it seriously and like going hard with the production, like 2011.
Yeah.
So what was your like what was the scene like, the hip hop scene in Buffalo at that time? Like was there like a real scene? Like was, you know, I'm from someplace, I'm from Jersey and like South Jersey too, where it took a while before anybody out here kind of made any noise on like a big scale. I can say here, one of our producers that kind of made it out is Cardiac. Shout out to my boy Cardiac.
Oh yeah, I heard it. I heard this is Detroit.
Yeah, he's from like right. Cardiac, I know him very well from like way back in the day, and he made a bunch of big records, and then eventually Mike Zombie, who's also from this area, Mike Zombie did Started from the Bottom for Drake.
I heard his name too.
And he did a few other joints. So I can count on one hand. You feel me? Like cats out here that actually like made a big major push. So and I was around all these people. You know what I'm saying? Like at a time we all was in the same circles, going to the same studios, working with the same artists and stuff like that. So I'm just curious, knowing what I know now, I'm just curious as to like what the hip hop scene in Buffalo was like, when you started really taking it seriously, like where they're like, did y'all have outlets? Like, did y'all have like studios where people was going to like what was that like?
Well, at the time, for me, I didn't really start like around like 2011. I didn't really start taking a little bit. I take seriously making beats, but I wasn't taking seriously to do a network of artists at the time. Because because like me and my partner was still like clicked up because he was in Ohio, I was still in the city, and and also it was fucking impossible to start like the breach and the start of the reaching the jumping, even though like there was like a lot of like shows, but because around like 2011 and the early 2010, it was like a party, club scenes.
I mean, that's like everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like that was like the thing with the down south explosion and the type of music that was being made. You know what I'm saying? So you was working through that too.
Well, technically I didn't, but I was around it because at the time I was still working my job.
Mm-hmm.
And also I was fresh off the school. I didn't really like trying to get seriously getting around the scene, and I was still making beats by this point. Like my beats was nothing, didn't sound like what I did today because I was like let me just keep them for myself until I was officially ready. And then I didn't really start once I was in a point that everything I was dealing with personally at the time that was starting to get turmoil, and I was like I was kind of like a little bit like out of the loop, everything I was dealing with, and then I met this one guy who owns a studio called Bridge Studio. My boy named Brennan. He told we met at a record store who no longer exists. Like, he was telling me about the like some hip hop shows was called Broadway Joe's.
I was going to ask you about Broadway Joe's. I definitely was. So I did.
Which later I did a song, but we'll get to that later. But
before the song, I heard that Broadway Joe's was a spot. I don't know if it was a club or a bar or a lounge or whatever, but they
Yeah,
had
it was a small venue.
and they had like open mics and things there, right?
At that time, that was a it was an open mic, so like because
Around what year is this? Around what year would that be?
oh man, this is like around damn, this is like 2000s.
Like
This is like 2000. Like I met because I even though we was younger back then, and then 'cause I have guys that who I'm surrounded with because it used to be this open mic spot this event called Baby Steps, and then like Baby Steps like it was a host by DJ Low Pro and MC Sick from this group called Pursue Slang. And then I have friends that who I'm talking to from Buffalo that who witnessed it and who witnessed it and then being in there mostly. I don't know like I may be wrong because I wasn't old enough and knowledge enough of it at the time, but the only ones that kind of made it out of that scene was Danger.
out of what scene you talking about? You talking about like Broadway Joe's, that whole like thing, or what?
Yeah, he was a DJ at the time. He was tough. So I'm gonna get. So my partner was telling me about Robert Joe. That even I got an uncle who I was named after. Kind of did some shows over there too. But once a year later, like 2014, and then after I was kind of like getting my shit together, that was starting meeting like a lot of artists, and then he's telling me about this is a show. I stepped my that was like my first local show, rap show in Buffalo, and then that's kind of that's where I take off the starting checking out shows, events around the city.
Mm. And that was at Broadway Joe's.
Yep.
And you said around 2014. You said.
Yeah.
So at 2014, Derringer was DJing at Broadway Joe's.
Well, no, at that time, I met Derringer at the it was this place called Allen Street hardware, which is like a restaurant, one of the bars up on in my city, because like he was like DJing over there. Because at the time, I met him at the hardware because they was having a hip hop night over there. Because I met him when he was on DJing. I didn't know him when he was doing producing at the time. Like, I check out like Broadway Joe's. I check out the other spots in the city that was around at the time.
Yeah, I mean, he and knowing what I know about you and knowing what I know about him, he was DJing, but he probably was still making beats behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, to me in hip hop, the DJ and the producer, like the DJ was the first like hip hop producer. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because the DJ would just cut up the beats, find the break in the beat, cut it back and forth, and the rappers, the MCs would rap over that. You know what I'm saying? So that's why the relationship between the DJ and the producer, it's very much like it can be almost one and the same. Not always, but it can be. So all right. So 2014, you're grinding, or you're starting to move around the city. You're going to different clubs and kind of getting in tune with the hip hop scene in the city. At this time, because as far as I know, the Griselda movement. See, I got put on the Griselda like 2016. So I'm guessing like 2015, 16 was probably when they started really making noise in your area. Would you say 2015?
Well, the thing is that I met around the time I met Derringer, I met Westside Gunn around like late 2014.
Okay.
Yeah, late 2014, because I think the Hitler 2 was already he already
was
put
it
out
14?
well he already put out like Hitler Wear Hermes like around like 2012, and then the part two was like 2014.
So when you met Wes, he was already like a big time dude in the city, like cast. Knew him, respected him, type shit.
Well, not at that moment. I didn't knew him from the when he put out the two Hitlers. I met him when the third Hitler would just get ready to drop, because it was around a holiday time. It was like some show, some event that he put together for the Hitler Wear Hermes 3,
Mm.
and that joint that him and Skazoo did Rolex.
Mm-hmm.
It was shot the same day. Shot the same day.
Okay.
And then that's when he brought the Skazoo the same night.
Wow.
Yeah, I met Skazoo that day.
So at this point, you're like in the mix, like you be around, like you was around like everything that was happening and shit. Now, did they know that you were producing, that you had beats, or you was kind of staying low?
Well, both, cause I met Wes, and it was cool, and that was the same night I met Conway too.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is like around that time. This is when he was just recovering from the
When he got shot.
yeah, when he got shot. Like I didn't knew back then, but at the time that because he put out the project called Physical Therapy.
Mm-hmm.
That was like something that he just put out after he recovered. But I guess that once that West kind of got introduced in the Derringer, and then he needed some slower beats that, cause he was still kind of like couldn't even do it, because a lot of his records at the time this was still fast enough, so they been clicked up a little bit more. Because and I met, and then also that I've been seeing Conway and Derringer a lot during that time. I didn't see West enough because he was still, because he was living in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
And so that was like, and then like they knew I had beats, so I told them my beats. I was approaching to do something with them a little early on, but at the time I was kind of unknown, and so I unknown, and they were kind of unknown at this time. So we was kind of like we were supporting each other, and we'll do something for them when the time is right. And then that's when like 2014, and then 2015, like this is when like I met Benny during that same time too.
Mm-hmm. So, all right. So the first joint that you got to them was that Broadway Joe.
Yeah. Yeah. That was
That was the 7.
Yep.
Okay. So we talked. So just as far as thinking about timeline, because I want to stay on you, but this is a big part of your story, right? So we went from Hitler 1, 2, then Hitler 3 was coming out. That was kind of when you met them. You met Wes, Derringer, Conway, Benny. You met them around the time Hitler 3 was coming out.
Well, during like 2014 to 2015.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Hitler 7 was what, 2018? 19? Okay.
Yeah, this is like couple, because he already put out like 3, 4 more afterward.
Oh yeah, I mean after Hitler 3, they kind of started really going crazy. Like that was kind of like when I was introduced to them, and then yeah. So how did that eventually turn into you getting a beat to them? Like how did that happen?
Well, at the time, I was already like, because during that time, like Wes was starting like linking up with other producers.
Mm-hmm.
And then like, he put out the Supreme Blind Tale,
mm-hmm.
and like a year before the Hitler 9, and that was like that kind of, that was like more like you starting seeing less Derringer production and starting seeing outside production more.
Oh, Supreme Blind Tale.
Yeah, that was the first album that you kind of seeing like a less Derringer production, and then you started seeing more, and then I was supposed to do something for him on the Hitler 6.
What was your connection to him? Like how were you getting? You know what I'm saying, like who did you know or that was able to get you the plug to be able to, if you can disclose?
At that time, like how I got the plug to it, it was just like the first time I went in that beat I made, because like 2019. That was like during my bitter times, because like because I was in the middle of my second album, Classical Gifted, which is at the time, and then I was working on these other projects and still making beats, and also I'm just getting started doing placements at the same time, and then doing something for West. It was kind of like it was like a it wasn't really a plan, but my friend, her name is Neff, kind of like she suggested me that I can do something for whether it's for West or Conway or Benny, because I already had beats like cooking up for them, just in case. And then like, and I, because and I think that one time, because he had a release party, a day release party for the Fly God. This is when the Fly God is Awesome God. Uh, they just came out 3 years ago, and around like July, this is like a middle July, he I kind of put some in here like, yo, I got some joints I'm gonna say. So like, like sending the email, and next day I sent in a couple of joints along with that, because they didn't call Broadway Joe's back then. It was something else. And then so I sent the pack, and then one day that I was in the middle, and I got an email, and then and keep in mind I was in my bedroom playing a game, and like just playing the game, like this is where it shows, like this is where he chose it, and I don't want to, because at the time I wasn't on my creative mood, because it was like I was getting into some other shit, and I didn't want to think about it, for a while, because like I was totally disgusted with what was going on in my city at the time, at this time. So that was kind of like
So wait, you got an email. When you got the email, the song was done. It was he did the joint.
The first time I heard the song, the day that he had when he got his own day in Buffalo, Westside Gunn Day. Wait, because I was in somewhere and I heard the song through his phone.
Oh, I heard his. So you saw him and he played it for you?
He played the song to me, and that was like I was in there, kind of like she's like, yo, I think I got, and also, and like I kind of kept this whole thing myself for a while, because at that time I was working heavy on my second album at this time, and then like I was like putting that together, and then I had because I had Rick Hyde on my album.
Okay.
I had to get him. Which
album was this that Ricky Hyde was on?
The Classical Gifted.
Okay.
Yeah, Classical
2019.
Gifted.
2019.
Well, it was in process around the same time. I put it out like early 2020.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I put it out like early 2020. This is but like, because around the time I heard the song, the Broadway Joe song, I had Rick Hyde in the studio the following week.
Where was y'all recording at? With Rick Hyde?
It's the spot called British Studio.
Oh, same spot. So did you God bless the dead? Did you work with DJ Shay at all?
Oh yeah, I did. I recorded an album with my fellow bar association partner and my Green Giant bro, Frigid Giant. Because we're a duo. We recorded a whole album, except for one song out of his studio.
Okay.
This was like late 2017 to early 2018.
So when you're working on your albums, because you spoke a lot about your albums, of course you're producing the whole joints. I see when I look, there's like quite a few rappers, on there. You get like different artists to come through and feature. Do you rap at all on the albums?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm not a rapper.
So you produce and you then go ahead and recruit different artists to hop on the joints. I mean, some of the names I recognize, on a couple of tracks. I know I've seen the Bull Afro on one of your joints. You know what I'm saying? I know he got a crazy like underground buzz. So, and what do you have? 4 albums?
Well, I had 3 albums. I had like instrumental releases on my own. And I had like a couple like collaboration albums
I got
I
the
did.
research, right?
Yeah, the Research was the first solo.
Classical Gifted,
Yeah, Classical Gifted was the second.
Cee Gee
And
Ology,
yep, yep was my third.
and with Soul Garden.
Soul Garden is Soul Garden is like a collaboration instrumental album I did with this guy named Lamont J Music.
So there's no rapping on Soul Garden. It's just all instrumental.
No.
Okay. Because on some of the other ones, you got some joints that's instrumental, but then most of them somebody's rapping on, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I like that, and I mean, I definitely want to spend some time in locking into to the joints, you know what I'm saying? Because your production's amazing. I mean, you still you have that style, man, like that really speaks to me as a hip hop purist, someone that's from the era of how this shit kind of all started. It's just amazing. I mean, first of all, I feel fortunate to be interviewing you, and I feel fortunate that your city, your region kind of reintroduced this style to hip hop, and because it was there, but it wasn't popular. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like now it's like people are actually like accepting it. Like I've been to a few Griselda shows. I've seen Westside, I've seen Conway, Benny, you know what I'm saying? Stove guy, like I'm saying, like I done seen like all these, shows, and they're packed and out here, you know what I'm saying? Like in Philly. I mean, so that shit is amazing to me to see so many people. Man, I know that the feeling of you hearing your record, from West was crazy. And then eventually the song came out. Like, what was it like then? Like after the song came out?
Well, like I was like a new beginning of me again, because at that time I was about to say fuck this shit, like to the music scene.
Wow.
Because I was going through some shit that during like 2019, because 2019, because I was kind of dealing with a lot of shit like personally, and then I wasn't really sure, because I was like in school, and I was dealing with my job at the time. And when I first like see the name of my list, and keep in mind, like when I see the track listing, because keep in mind that I was at my job, and then I was coming back from my break. I saw my name and then my caption, and like it kind of broke my timeline. And then in a couple of days later, when the album came out, it was just like, yo, and it was a bad rollout, for me. And then me, and also rollout, and plus, like me, I was on TV, on the TV, that was when like Elliot Wilson and him kind of like did a little breakdown car test. My name was on the car test, on the car test, and then and then like I was on Billboard. I was on, because this joint
Times Square.
Yeah, it was on Times Square. Like I ended up because when West did the show with Mark Marshall, because this is when they did their albums at the time, at the same around the same time. They did this is on the holiday. I ended up went to the New York City, and this is pre-COVID, by the way. Yeah, this is and then that was like a best feeling, like. That was like a best feeling, like it kind of got my name, and also it didn't. I dropped my album like my Classical Gifted album like a month or two later.
You was on a cloud, you know what I'm saying? Like you was like, look, I got this shit out. Let me go ahead and get my work out, you know what I'm saying, and just continue to ride the momentum. I mean, I seen since then you had a few other placements within the camp, you know what I'm saying, and even on Makami's album, you know what I mean? Oh, yeah. And on the Conflicted soundtrack. So, but hold on. The music shit is great. But I want to talk a little bit about you. So I hear that you're a big time collector. I mean, I see you got some cool shit in your background over here. You collect music?
Music, video games, action figures,
Really?
yeah, anything.
So video games, you got all the old consoles? Sorry for me to see. Oh shit. Oh, you got some shit.
Yeah, Sega Genesis. You see the Sega Genesis games. I got Nintendo games and the Super Nintendo games and PlayStation 1, 2, 3. I don't got 5 though. Well, I forgot 4.
You have 4, but you don't got 5.
I got all 4 PlayStation with exception of 5.
Yeah, nah, I like games too. You feel me? I like games. I have a Super Nintendo, regular Nintendo, Genesis, 64. I bought a Wii not too long ago for my kids to play, really. You know what I'm saying? But I was hyped to get the Wii because that was really big when that came out. But I'm not a huge gamer, but I do love the old games a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Well, same here, because like and I've been collecting's been part of my radar since I was a kid.
Mm-hmm.
Because me going to the yard sale and then going to flea market, that was kind of like my big thing that at the time, and then I'm still at it to this day.
So what is, if you had to pick one thing that you have that you own that is the most precious piece that you own in your collection of any sort, what would that be?
I got to say, shit. It's got to be like it's got to be like my my Super Mario Brothers 3, along with the box art.
Wait, so you have a Super Mario Brothers 3 with the box?
You made me have to.
Oh man, that condition. Turn it over. Oh man, and the cartridge is in there. In the Oh man, that's hard. That's hard right there, bro. Bro, because that game right there, that shit take. I'm a little bit older than you. You know what I'm saying? But that game takes me back. You feel me to the motherfucking the Wizard, the Fred Savage movie.
I said I seen that shit on TV.
Mm-hmm. Cause yo, I'm gonna tell you, when I was a kid and the Wizard movie came out, that's how they debuted Mario 3. Like the game wasn't out yet. It wasn't out in real life. The movie was the rollout. The movie, they showed him, and like he was nice at selling games. And then the final round was, we got this new game and we want y'all to play. Y'all never played it before because it's new. You know what I'm saying? And it was Mario 3. And the little boy, he was special. You know what I'm saying? So he was able to like adapt and with the raccoon tail and flying and all that shit, because they ain't had that shit before then. He was able to do it, and that shit, I was sold.
Yeah, that was like kind of like that was kind of mono, like the game already came out like '88, but we didn't play it until like 2 years later.
Yeah, exactly. That was that Mario 3 was a special game. My favorite.
That was a 4, and also that was a 5-6 hour game.
What, Mario 3?
Yeah, that's like a 5-6 hour game.
Yeah, if you don't grab them whistles.
I played it without the whistle though.
He said I played it without the whistles. Yeah, that's funny as hell. But yeah, nah, you're right, man. Mario 3 is a good one though, man. My favorite is actually Mario World though. That's my favorite Mario game, is World on Super Nintendo. Just with the Yoshi and all that shit. I mean, 3 is up there too. 3 is probably like neck and neck. Now, that copy that you have is crazy. That shit is crazy. Having it in the box with the shit, like, come on, man.
I found that in the flea market.
Wow.
Yeah.
How much they want for that right now on eBay?
I don't know. I know. It's
Hold on, is the booklet in there too? The book?
Yep.
Wow.
Yep, booklet is in there too.
That's crazy, bro. Yeah, that's dope. Yeah, like I ain't got no shit like that. I got games, but my shit's not in no boxes and shit. My PlayStation games are, but my like Nintendo games, I don't got no books. I don't got no boxes. Cool, man. That's dope, man. That's dope to have hobbies, man. I mean, you're seeing success, as a producer. People are recognizing you. There's a reason why you was connected with me. You know what I'm saying? And we want to see you win. So
Right.
what is next for you? You know what I'm saying? Like what you got coming up?
Well, I am dropping an album with this guy named Genesis, who he's a talent artist, songwriter, singer, producer, and I mean singer and rapper. And like you know, I did an album with him 2 years ago called Promise the Video Game. We had this new one called Product of the '90s, the autobiography. And it's like I produced the whole album with him. It's like a conceptual album, like telling his story, and then you're gonna enjoy it. So like we put this out like on 8/20 on we put this out on Bandcamp August 25th, which is that's also his birthday too.
Where y'all be using Bandcamp for a lot of stuff?
I do, but you know, because a lot of my projects is on Bandcamp. Certain ones is on like all platforms. Yeah, but and then I put and then so August 25th is a Bandcamp exclusive, and then the next day all platform.
Got you.
You know, Classical Gifted, second album. Then I put, and then of course the heightened success of being on Westside Gunn's Hitler 7. I want to put together my own team. It's like you know, my own team. It's like whenever that Big BSF needs something from me, whatever the drum work needs something from me, or whatever Griselda needs something from me, it's like I'm consider myself like a go-to producer. But when I'm not with them, I'm also focused on like my piece.
So are you looking for new artists to work with, like, you know, from different places, just, you know, in general, different art? Are you looking for new artists, or you already got everybody you need?
Oh man, you know, of course, everybody knew who I was because of the record. But you know, but since that, you know, I got a lot of talent around all over the world that kind of interested with me, and then because you know, I got shit like, you know, stuff I did like international and even like national, and then even with my city too. So it's just kind of like a, you know, it's like I definitely have some cult following, you know, cult name, and then like even when that kind of coming, you know, I just kind of like, you know, expand my craft. Like that's what I'm all about, you know, expanding.
So if somebody wanted to get in touch with you, they wanted to work with you, you know what I'm saying, they wanted to send some music your way, would it be best for them to reach out to you on Instagram, Facebook? I mean, like what's the best way for somebody to get in touch with you if they wanted you to hear something to potentially work with you?
I'm mostly like Facebook and Instagram.
Okay.
Cause I'm mostly like, you know, because I'm definitely got like, cause I hardly ever really like listen. I hardly ever really been like listening to a lot of music lately. Cause you know, I've been too busy like just focused on my own shit. Like, cause you know, I make beats. Like the thing about me is that I make beats like 10, 20 beats a day.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I make 10, 20 beats a day or 5. It depends how's my energy gonna be.
That's a lot.
Yeah, I know. I know. And then I got
that's a lot, my G. Like for real, like goddamn. So wow, you're making a lot of beats. So because I'm gonna have, you know, your Instagram and stuff is gonna be up on the screen and shit, feel me? So if people want to reach out to you, I want to make sure that everybody, you know, you never know who you can link up with. You know what I'm saying? Never know who's going to watch this, or who knows me, or who, you know what I mean, who may know you. You said you also have a show coming up that you're preparing for, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah, Supply Demand.
And when is that?
Yeah, Top Shelf Video.
Okay, yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, they put together the event. Top Supply Demand. I was there last year. You know, I check out the event because you know that's when, like, you know,
didn't Benny have something there? Didn't Benny do something with them, I think, or something?
Yeah, the freestyle. Because you know, a lot of rappers been coming to the store and doing like a lot of like a couple like a freestyle, or some some old video camera shit, like, and then yeah, they did some like some stuff with them, but then but the event was kind of like it's like you know, it amazing, like you know, it's like some food and then some music and some vendors. And then they reached out to me because and then like I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be doing a beat set over there.
Okay. So you want to be playing your shit?
Yeah, I'm playing my shit over there, and so yeah, so I'm gonna be beat performance over there. Also, this will be my first time performing in Brooklyn.
Oh, it's in Brooklyn.
Yeah, the show take place in Brooklyn.
And when is this?
August 27th.
Okay, a couple weeks.
Yeah, a couple of weeks from
3 weeks.
So the tickets so whenever y'all watching this right now, this show will be sold out.
It's going to sell out, man. Make sure I get y'all tickets, man. We'll make sure we put the link in the bio, the comments, the description, so y'all can purchase the tickets and support, you know, my man Cee Gee and what he got going on. I'm gonna connect with you offline, man. Like, you know, for real. Like, I might want to come check it out or check out some of the other things you got going on.
Oh yeah, because I'm gonna be in town and like I'm actually gonna be in town like a day before the show.
In town where? We talking about in New York?
Yeah, I'm gonna be because you know I go back and forth right there every now and then.
Of course. Yeah, man. Maybe I'll come up there. You know what I'm saying? Chop it up with you. You know what I mean? And shoot a couple of Instagram flicks or some shit. You know what I'm saying? And
I'm gonna be vending too.
Okay, vending what? What you got?
You know, I got some like, you know, I got some art. I got some art prints and I got some hard copies of Cetiology Deluxe, and you know, I got some stuff that I'm gonna sell on that day.
I'm all for that, man. Definitely would love to come grab a hard copy, get some, you know, support and just show love and have a piece of, you know, the art that you create. But yeah, man. So before we leave, man, is there anything that you want to leave for the fans, for the people? Anything you want to say? Any parting words that you want to say to the people?
Man, appreciate the art, and then like I'm glad that my city is like, you know, is winning, and I'm glad that, you know, I'm glad to be a part of this renaissance of it, man. Like, cause I know that you know, my city is now it's not just like my city is like it's for the whole upstate, the whole Western New York, like the whole culture period.
You East or West Buffalo?
I'm from the East Side.
East Side, okay. Shout out to East Side Buffalo, man. Shout out to my man Pat Deasy, man. He's the one that put me let me know about you and shit. He from Buffalo, you know what I'm saying? He was like, yo, you got definitely want to talk to Cee Gee. I gotta shout out Pat Deasy. I'm gonna say it again. Shout out to my nigga Pat Deasy, you know what I'm saying? And shout out to you, Cee Gee, bro. Like, I see great things for you. You're very talented, you're very humble. You're working hard, you're cranking out fucking 10, 20 beats a day, damn it. And that's not common. So we definitely want to see you win, continue to win, continue to get more placements. We want to see Buffalo win. We want to see hip hop win, you know, and you're a part of all of that. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, the sound that you're creating is the sound that I love, the sound that I enjoy. So I'm definitely always going to be pulling for that. I'm always going to support that. And you always going to have a place here at Watch This Podcast. If you ever want to promote anything, you ever want to talk about anything, you can hit me up. I'll give you my number. You know what I'm saying? You can always hit me. We can definitely talk, see what we can do to try to just help push shit forward. You know? Anybody you want me to talk to, I'm gonna talk to. So you just let me know where they at, and any opportunity that you have that you think I might want to talk to somebody, let me know, and we'll make it happen, bro. You feel me? You got an ally right here. I'm definitely down to work, definitely down to connect and try to keep pushing everything forward, man. So again, I just want to thank you, Cee Gee, for pulling up to the Watch This Podcast artist interviews. And you know, until we talk again, man, stay up, stay cool. You know what I'm saying? Beat the heat. Stay blessed, man. And peace. I'm gonna hit the button right here. I'm gonna hit the button, but you can stay on for a second.
Watch this.